Why'd you do that? Why'd you cause me? Do you have your microphone, baby? And mute your thing, please.
Mute what thing?
Mute your phone.
Shut the fuck up.
Talk on the. Can you talk?
I'm talking.
Okay. Hello. Hello. Are these both equal? Penis, poopy. I think you're good.
Live, it says.
Yeah, I'm live.
You gotta let me know.
I told you I'm going live.
Did I say anything bad?
You said a lot of racist stuff, yeah.
Did I say bad words?
You said lots of bad words. Hey, what's up, Brianna? See, we got somebody in here already, baby. Got it. We're all over it. I was on your stream all day. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. How is everybody today? I'm gonna announce it in the Discord. Okay. Poker face. It's the poker face. Yeah. Do you like that song? I made it up. It's called Poker Face. How do you like that?
I texted you.
What'd you text me? Hold on, guys. At everyone. Poker face. Send it now. Woo! Does my wife have an? They asked if you have an opinion on the Rosa Parks lady.
No.
She does not have an opinion on the Rosa Parks lady. No. That's funny though. God bless her. Right? Gobbles.
Check your phone though. It's an emergency.
There's an emergency on my phone. I don't think so. No, you're good.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
Alright, well, anyways, what I was saying to you before you interrupted me rudely.
Okay.
Is that, you know how this morning I was like clingy before I left? And I was like, I want to hang out with you and talk to you.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
There was a giant accident on my way to work.
Well, that's not good. What happened?
I don't know. Like, I had to go all the way. Like, I went to get on the expressway.
You have your phone. You can do this on your phone.
What? Yeah.
So there's a big accident on the expressway.
Like, I had to go all the way around. So I'm convinced that,
your clinginess to me caused you to not be part of that accident.
Yeah.
That's an interesting theory. I mean, I might believe it.
And there was another accident today where this mom and her baby, she crashed her car into a minibus and she did not make it, and the baby is in critical condition.
That's terrible.
And the bus had kids on it.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
The bus driver crashed?
No, the mom with her baby crashed into the bus with the kids on it.
Did they rear end it?
I don't know, but the bus was turned over.
No.
Yeah.
Like, because those buses, she must have been very irresponsible because those buses are hard.
Those are stable to knock over a bus, bro.
That's wild.
That's bad. Well, she died, so.
That's big pinkus. What's up, everybody?
Hi, everyone.
How is everybody? How are you? How is everybody? We're chilling today. Decided to go live. Little Robin Dan. Chat about some stuff today. Yeah, that's horrible, isn't it? Hope the baby's okay.
Yeah.
May the force be with you. True. You know, it was interesting. We went out to the store today, and we got a lot of attention. Wow, that was crazy, baby. You like destroyed your neck there.
I'm in a lot of pain today.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
You okay?
I don't know. I stretched this morning.
Yeah.
Cracked my back. I'm just a little, I guess, stiff today.
May the force be.
So cute.
May the force be with you.
Yeah, a lot of the girls at the store were looking at me. I was like,
it was literally all men that interacted with us.
Yeah, all these. Well, the girls are too nervous to say something to me because I'm so sexy.
Yeah, because they know that.
No, but people kept saying, like, commenting to us because we were wearing Star Wars. Because my wife, look, show them in the back that they can see if you just lean forward.
Your microphone thing.
Yeah, I can't move that. Just lean. There you go. I moved it. I thought it was gonna make more sound. So people were stopping us and saying stuff to us, and this one guy his wife is pregnant, so good for them. And they had 2 kids in the car, so I guess they were buying those. But they were like, "Oh, how far into the do you like the new season of The Mandalorian?" And I'm like, "We're not caught up."
I said no. I said,
"Oh, you said no instantaneously."
yeah,
But we don't watch The Mandalorian. I didn't really like it too much, but we're gonna
was.
we're gonna rewatch it. We're gonna rewatch it.
I think we should. I've also been talking to Caitlin about it because
Caitlin. Ugh, just kidding.
Stop
I'm kidding.
it.
Because she might watch this.
She does. Abby liked our vlogs.
Ugh, Caitlin. Ugh.
I've been talking to Caitlin about it. And she's been telling me about like all like the shows, and like she likes. I guess she likes Clone Wars and stuff. And she was showing me like Loungefly bags and stuff. I was like, yeah, we're gonna. Dan's gonna take us to the store when you come here.
That's right. Tell her Dan, the real man.
Yeah.
Take you to the store. I'll get you a Loungefly. You stinky bitch. I'm just kidding.
You're so dumb.
I'll get her kid something too.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of my niece, huh?
Yeah, your Uncle Dan.
What about my elbows?
Oh,
My knees, my niece, my elbows, my armpits, you know. What's up, guys? Freaking Caitlin. That's what I'm saying, guys. Freaking Caitlin. You know what's funny, though? Yesterday, when I went to the store, I went to a supermarket, and actually, it was really cute. My wife liked it. I went shopping, and then I was like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy my wife a card. I saw a cute card. My wife loves cards. I wanted to get her something sweet that she wouldn't expect. So then I saw the card, and then I was like, oh, I saw gift cards. So I'm standing there for like 15 minutes trying to figure out what gift cards to get my wife. I ended up getting her 5 gift cards.
Yeah, because he also does that at Christmas for me. It's really sweet. And like at Christmas he'll just get usually for like 4 or 5 stores, and he like $15 or so.
No, it's I get you $35 worth of gift cards, eat for like multiple stores for Christmas. $15. This woman's trying to undercut. No, I get you $35, and I got you like a bunch of gift cards for Christmas. Yeah. Remember, I got you 4 Loungefly bags for Christmas. Then I got you. Awesome. Then I got you.
You're blocking me.
Okay, sorry. Then I got you 12 small Squishmallows, so I could put 3 of them in each of those that were all color coded to the Loungefly bag. Then I got you a gift card to put in like each of the bag and a bunch of other stuff. Okay. Anyway,
that's awesome.
I got her 5 gift cards. I got her 4 gift cards. I got her
Kohl's, Ulta, Home Goods, and Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, all $50. And then I got her $100 gift card for like a restaurant, but it can be multiple restaurants. It could be Red Lobster,
Cracker Barrel, which we don't have.
Yeah, that one. What's the other one? Cheesecake Factory. Because I wanted to get her $100 for Red Lobster, but then I'm like, she probably want Cheesecake Factory. So I got one that had both of them on there. It's pretty cool.
You know what we could do?
But hold on. Anyway, I'm just building the story. I want people to know that I'm a nice guy that spoils my wife. Anyway, I'm waiting online to pay, and I'm waiting behind this older woman. She's probably like in her 50s or 60s or something. And you know, the woman on the line, there's a young girl. She was probably like 18 or something. She looks at me and like kind of like rolls her eyes a little bit because the girl was taking so long. The older woman was taking so long. But you know, God bless her. Anyway, this random guy that worked there walks past the register and goes, "Papa Gut," and says it. And I instantly start laughing, smiling. I'm like, that's funny. Like it's been a while since somebody noticed me. And she turns around and she goes, "That's so mean. Why would you say that to him?" And I'm like, because she thinks that he's calling me fat. But I was like, no, I'm a YouTuber. Don't worry about it. So the older woman in front goes, "Oh yeah, I thought you were a YouTuber." And in my head, I'm like, you don't know who the fuck I am. Like it's like an old person thing to like pretend they know things. Yeah, this guy, the 25,000 follower YouTuber. If you're 60 years old and you know who I am, I guarantee you are one of my biggest fans, because no 60-year-old just casually knows who Papa Gut is. You know what I mean? You fucking get the hell out of here. That's wild. There was a school massacre in Europe. At a school, 9 people lost their lives. Damn, that's sad. I'll have to take a look at that later. Yeah. So yeah,
I was gonna say before though.
What?
Is maybe we could have Red Lobster for dinner and then go get cheesecake for dessert.
We could do that. I don't think it'll cover all the expenses, but I will still do that.
Well, if we're not fucking fat asses.
Hey.
Good.
True. Maybe she thought you were tired. Yeah, maybe. I don't think she knew who I was, because she would have been like, "Oh, can I get your number?" My wife's not reacting.
You want to go Sleep with older ladies? Do
No,
it.
I'm married. I'm very happily married. I'll want to sleep with old ladies when I get older, and my wife's an old lady. Then I'll be sleeping with old. But I do like older women. I don't know. There's something like not older women. Like I like you getting a little old. I welcome my wife. She's got some gray hairs and stuff.
Some.
And her titties sag a little bit, but in a good way.
Baby,
Not like bad, no, but they're very beautiful. They make. I'm just saying that.
This is why we called it oversharing.
All right, but you make my penis hard. There's a point that I'm making is you make me horny.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. The way that you say it like that.
Affirmative.
Okay, affirmative. Yes, sir.
Is that what we used to say?
I would say affirmative. Roger, Roger. But yeah, I like it. I like your boobies and your giny and stuff.
Are you okay?
I got like a hair in my throat or something. Poker face. All right. So, what did you want to talk about first, baby girl?
I want to talk to you about something Governor Hochul's doing.
You want to talk about Jordan Neely? I think this is the guy's name was, right? Right? Isn't that related to the governor?
No.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
All right. So, I don't know all the details. It doesn't matter.
Who's this person again? Governor
Hochul?
Hochul?
I believe she's the governor of New York.
Okay. What about her?
All right. So I don't know the exact details, but it doesn't matter. I just want your
opinion
opinion on the. I didn't know that she was white.
What? Hold on a second.
I've never looked at.
Hold on. Go ahead, talk. No. It's just you got to give me a second. Talk again? Oh my god. No. I just have to create a
scale.
Huh? No, it was just I have to like mess around. Anyway, the governor Katie Hochul. That's who you're talking about.
Kathy, I think that's it.
Yeah, her name does say Kathy for sure.
All right. So, anyways, are we good to go? Or do you want me to not? I'm gonna wait till I know you're ready.
I guess this works. Yeah, this is who we're talking about right here. All right, so what about her?
All right, so she's the governor of New York.
Yeah, me too. I am too.
I need you to put I need to see me.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
I need to see me.
All right, she's the Governor Hochul is the governor of New York. Okay. We live
New York State. Yeah.
Yeah, we live in the United States, North America.
Okay.
So there were native people present like all over the country, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably. I mean, before we came here.
Yeah, but I am most familiar with like native people in New York, and specifically.
Can I just say though, both of us are like the product of immigrants, right? We came here in like the 40s. Probably at least my family did.
So on my mom's side, I know that I have from Grammy's family. I know that there's people that were in the Civil War. I've seen his picture.
Oh wow.
From my papa was the first one born here. So first, second, I'm third generation from like papa's family line.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then on my dad's side, I think that like my grandpa's family has been here for a long time because they're upstate people.
Sure.
And
so
then
like Hicks or like
yeah,
upstate New York is basically the South, right?
Yeah. And then my dad's mom, my grandma's family, like she grew up. I think her parents came from Poland. Like my grandma didn't have an accent or anything, but she apparently spoke like fluent Polish.
She got that walk.
What?
Did she take that walk?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not picking it up.
Okay.
What you're putting down.
Okay.
So I guess like I'm somewhat newer.
All right.
here.
So we got
some
indigenous people. So Kathy Hochul. What's her name?
Hochul. Okay, so basically what I was getting at is that aside from all of the country, native people and groups like from New York and specifically Long Island. And Long Island, like so many things are named after like native groups or like
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
from
yeah. There's a
native
bunch
culture.
of different like areas, counties, and cities and stuff. Sure.
Yes. So basically, what she's saying is that schools, public schools, can no longer have like names or mascots
Okay.
that are like associated with like native people things. And if they need to make this change, or else they will not qualify for certain funding from the state. But making these changes is going to cost schools tens of thousands of dollars to basically get rid of all of this.
Wait, what exactly is she trying to do?
Long story short, she's saying that like public schools could not have associations with any like native things, or they're going to lose funding. And this change needs to happen. I don't know if it was passed, but basically I wanted to get your idea, or not your idea, your thoughts on that.
Well, we got here, New York Education Department bans Native American mascot. It sounds like it's just mascots. New York Public Schooling continues to use Native American mascots, could face penalties if they don't make a name and logo change. A memo late Thursday from the state, this is what we're referring to, right?
Yeah.
State Education Department said if roughly 60 districts that still have Native American names that do not comply with a ban by the end of the school year, they could face penalties such as removal of the school officers and withholding of state aid. Yeah, I mean, okay, so what was your question?
My question is just like, do you want to hear my thoughts on it first?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think that like team like the Redskins, like I think that that's inappropriate. That's like an NFL team. I
call
think,
them the Rednecks instead. Did they not change that?
But like on Long Island, we have like
I didn't even know that we had Native American mascots on Long Island.
Well, that's the thing. There's apparently a school on Long Island, and their mascot is the Braves. I'm not sure which district it is, but apparently that is associated with like native stuff. And like they're gonna have to yeah, I don't understand. So there's a bunch of different districts or towns or places. Like I think it might be the largest, maybe not the largest. There's a large state park on Long Island called Connecticut State Park that is called that because like there's the river. I think Wine Dance, it might be.
Yeah, the Braves seem to be the biggest target, I guess. There's the Chiefs. It seems like the Braves and the Chiefs are the only two ones that matter.
But I think that the problem is that it's going to cost these schools tens of thousands of dollars.
Why? Why would it cost them money?
Because think about like how much like the team and logo is incorporated into the school, like literal like fucking tiles, like wall and floor tiles.
Oh
and,
yeah, that's
like,
a good
t-shirts,
point.
like all the branding,
like they embedded into the stage, the floor.
Yeah, every single sports jersey, your auditorium, like
do they
everything
use this
around
for every
your school.
team? Like is every team the Braves? You know, like a basketball.
My
football,
high school, everyone was the same name.
The Long Island Tallywhackers.
Yeah, right.
Long Island Tallywhacker.
So what I think is unfair is to say, okay, you have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to change this by the end of this year, or you're going to lose even more money. Like, it doesn't make sense. I understand the concept of, like, these are, I can't think of a word. I'm having, like, a brain fart. I'm just going to say bad. First, you could find something better for me. Like, having these things are bad.
It's not good.
But it doesn't make sense to me to, like, punish the student and the school system. Like, because of it.
It's an interesting. I mean, they could propose an interesting concept here. Because is there anything playing on the desktop? We don't need the desktop yet. What you're saying is interesting. Oh, look, Disney. Here we go. We got the New York Bungletoads. Oh, this one is the Redskins. Oh, that's from NFL. Yeah, I mean, fucking Syosset, home of the Braves. My question is, okay, so I first of all can be sympathetic to like indigenous people who are like, hey, we don't want you to use our stuff as like as a meme. I get that. I guess my first question is, how many indigenous people give a care? Because these don't seem like they're disrespect. I get Redskins. That's like a racial term.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know, but like the Braves, is that bad? The Chiefs? I mean, I don't know. I guess my first question is: do Indigenous people care? And like, second of all, I get being sympathetic though. If they care, I guess like try to get rid of that. But I get what you're saying. It's so quick. It might be so expensive.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not against the concept of like moving away from that to a limit because again, like the towns on Long Island are literally like called that.
The moms?
The towns?
Like the different towns, like Syosset. Is that the Indigenous? That's what they said. It sounds.
Like I said, like there's the Connecticut River. Like those are all.
Well, but they're not saying but I think that's a little different. No, are those tribes or something?
I don't know that much about things, but it is like a native.
Yeah.
Like word or something, whatever. But again, what I'm saying is I don't think that it's fair to impose penalty. Like basically decrease funding for not complying with this when you're going to have to spend tens of thousands of dollars. Now, based on the taxes on Long Island, like we do pay a lot of taxes, like a lot of taxes do go to the schools, but there's also like, I think that instead of spending tens of thousands of dollars to change every single jersey in the tile floor when you first walk in, like we should be giving that money to like better resources for education.
Yeah, but then at the same time, like they're not going. I understand exactly what you're saying because you make like a good point. But then at the same time, they're not going to do any of that anyway. You know what I mean? It's not like they're going to actually do something productive with the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's overall, like I get what you're saying. I think that you make a really good point. It does seem unfortunate. It seems a little disproportionate to be like instantaneously like you have to fix this problem.
Yeah,
It'd be like a little expensive and whatnot. So I get that. Yeah, I don't really have too much of an opinion on it. I get it being a little more sensitive, but it does seem like a little bit weird how instantaneous this is expected to be. You know?
Yeah.
I get that.
I don't know if it's actually in place though. I just see the people on the Facebook group talking about it. Which
do they?
Can I say?
They're probably annoying as shit.
They are, but to bring me to my next point, you're not a Facebook user, but I think that Facebook groups. I don't know what's the worst.
What do you mean?
Like Twitter, Reddit, or Facebook groups. Like, I don't... Like, Twitter and Reddit are pretty bad.
Okay.
But, I don't know, Facebook? The people are just wild.
I think that's everywhere.
I guess it's just like
it's online communities. It's online communities that people will complain about everything. I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like Facebook groups. Well, I don't know. They might be like
maybe
the least.
Facebook groups are better though because it's all like older women.
Well, no, I don't think it's. Well, here's the thing.
At least the ones
it's a bunch of micro communities of old people complaining about the kids riding bikes in the area. Like,
yeah, there's that one. But no, before we started, I was looking at my my Loungefly one. And even that one, I don't even remember what the example was, but I just read something. I was like, what the fuck? Like, there's people fucking arguing
about Loungefly
Loungefly backpacks.
Dude, all people want to do all day is debate each other about dumb shit. Like,
it's wild.
Didn't you tell me that somebody decided to start collecting starting last week, and now they already have 500 or 140
bags. We've been collecting
for a couple of years now.
No. Maybe we got the first Loungeflies for me on our honeymoon.
Like 5 years ago.
You're so annoying.
How long ago did we do it?
April of last year.
No, I got you like the Loungefly a long time ago. That one, the Cinderella.
Oh, well, no, you did not get me Cinderella.
I got you
Aurora.
Aurora. Yeah, you like that one a lot.
That was our first Christmas. That's different.
Okay, but we haven't been like collecting until recently. So like a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like buying you bags.
I think we have like 35.
Fucking wild, dude.
I
gotta get those insured. Gotta go hold up
you should put them on our house insurance or whatever.
Yeah, we got $6,000 worth of bags. Yeah, it's a collector's item. No, but back to Facebook groups. You had mentioned to me that you were part of like some Facebook groups and that you left them because you felt like it was making your like mental health worse.
It literally was. So I mean, I guess we could talk about it a little. So I have PCOS.
What is that, piece of crap syndrome?
You're so mean.
Nah.
I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and
Yeah.
oftentimes women that have this syndrome, I guess, have
Yeah.
issues with fertility.
Yeah.
So that's something that we're struggling with.
Yeah.
A little bit.
We've been practicing so much too.
Yeah.
And it's just
but you know, we whatever. I'm gonna talk about it a bit because I think
Yeah,
it
go
could be
ahead.
helpful. So, like, we always knew. Basically, I think we really always did know that we wanted to have kids with each other.
Yeah. Our genitals will scream to us, have babies, have babies.
But we like, as soon as we got married, like we were like ready to start, like
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah.
But stop.
Sorry.
But my PCOS is an issue, and so like for like support with those things, I decided to join like a Facebook group to see like if I could learn what other people are doing that might
Like
be
and
successful.
like a support group.
Because especially when it comes to women's health, like we are not educated on things. We learn the most about ourselves from each other, and it happens when
Is that
someone
really, you don't feel like you got a good comprehensive amount in health class?
not at all. And I feel I've been going to the same doctor since I'm a teenager.
What else did women need to learn about? You guys have bloody cooters, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be a jokester here.
No, I
I'm
know,
just
but
I'm
it's
just- I'm
even like
curious, I
certain
don't get it.
symptoms or a feeling. Is this normal? Is that normal? I mean, your fucking cooter could be shooting out like 7 different discharges.
What the fuck?
Of 7 different colors.
That's
and
why.
like,
Is that real?
yeah, and like
Nah.
you're not taught like what is healthy, what is normal, like what can like be infection.
Women
like,
are fucking incredible.
or even like the aging process.
Bro, my mother told me that like as women get older, naturally their bladder just like falls out their pussy or something.
Yeah.
Something weird. Like I don't get the specifics. I'm being a little hyperbolic, but it's just normal. So that you got it pinned in there or something.
Yeah, no, like
Women really got it
My-
difficult. You guys have like a fucking Santa sack down there.
yeah, and then like you prolapse, you start especially like your shit starts falling out of you.
That's crazy. Women really have it tough. Fucking bro.
It's wild.
Being a woman is horrible. I would never want to be a woman. This is terrible. See, that's the biggest issue with trans people. Why would you want to have this problem? Why would you? I get trans men because it's fucking great. But why would you want to fucking have this problem? Oh, I wish I was born in a body that's going to fall apart. Oh, wow, it's shit. Sorry.
But yeah, so no,
Sorry,
but
girls.
like you have like these
Sorry.
symptoms and or you experience things or you have questions, and what happens is
Hands are big.
like like something happens to you that you've never heard of,
Yeah.
and then like you post it in a group and 7 women are like, oh yeah, this happened to me.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even like with like my PCOS.
Guys have that problem too.
Do they?
Yeah, I remember one time I went on like a support group on Facebook and I was like,
You're being such a piece of shit.
I'm sorry,
right now.
I gotta. Oh, I almost did it. I almost got through it. I was gonna be. I'm so sorry. I was gonna say I almost held a straight face. It's not gonna be funny anymore because you know that I'm fucking around. Well, I was gonna say that like my mom yelled at me and I got a boner, and I was like, oh, a bunch of guys have the same thing, but that doesn't happen. So. For the most part, we just get our peepees get hard when we're in the middle of class and we're standing up at like random times. So anyway, continue.
And so,
Sorry.
I'm like so. off
You're having a
topic
real
now
conversation
anyways.
and I'm being a little
I
okay.
know.
So you joined a PCOS support group.
Yeah, so that's what we're getting at is that I joined a Facebook group to talk about it, and all it was 2 groups, and God bless them, but all it was women on there just constantly talking about being pregnant and how they weren't getting pregnant, about getting fucking dick down and filled up and laying with their feet in the air, and we're sprinkling baby dust on you and all this stuff.
What the fuck is that?
And,
Baby dust.
like basically saying like good luck, I hope you get pregnant, but everyone says like baby dust, and like it was literally just 2
Do they grind the
groups.
babies up?
I have a good amount of Facebook friends and different pages
Yeah.
that I follow, and what was happening is that the PCOS group became the only post I was seeing on my feed. So all that was happening is that every single time I opened Facebook, all I was looking at was women talking about not being able to get pregnant, while I was like not getting pregnant either. And it made me so horribly depressed because it was all I was thinking
It was
about.
just very negative, and you see it on your Facebook feed. Well, that's one of the things. When you see stuff on social media, it impacts you. And then your Facebook, you're following a group, so you see a bunch of posts from them. And I remember you were, getting a little frustrated. So you ended up leaving the group, didn't you?
Yeah, I left the groups, and like ever since I left the groups, like I'm much better and like coping with like our like what would you call it, pregnancy journey or our fertility journey, whatever you want to call it.
We're very early into the journey.
Like it's so much better since I left those Facebook groups, but it's like, so like that's something toxic. We were just joking about it in the store. My friend Caitlin, who I mentioned earlier, she had a baby.
She did.
And who turned 6 months old on Monday.
Wow.
Which is crazy. But sorry, I'm playing with the thing.
Yeah, don't do that because it's going to pick up on the microphone.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Basically, she was doing like tummy time with the baby, and the baby something happened where I think someone posted about tummy time, and then like Caitlin said like what she does.
Tummy time, my understanding, let me see if I got it right. Okay. My understanding of like tummy time is like babies are born and they're just weak. Like literally human babies are the most worthless things.
I was going to say worthless.
That ever have existed. A giraffe is born and it's like running around and it's just like, I'm not tall enough to eat yet.
From my understanding, like a woman's body is not large enough to carry a baby to the point
where it can be like a kangaroo's jumping out and they're already fucking jumping 5 feet in the air. That's not real. But you get my point. Babies are not self-sufficient. They will die if you put them down. They die. Like babies are not completely formed. Like they're just dumb little fucking idiots. So apparently, you have to like at a certain point, a certain month area. I don't remember the specific month. You have to kind of like put your baby on their tummy for a little bit so that they can move their heads around and develop neck muscles. Like this is how worthless fucking.
And so
babies
that their
are.
heads don't fucking flatten.
Yeah, so that's like a whole thing. You have flattened head syndrome, which might be good because then you could put a cup on there, but they don't. They still sit still. So you have to like train your babies like once. It's like once a day for like a few minutes or something to be able to like move their heads around to look at stuff. Like how dumb! You're such a stupid little idiot. And I thought that was wild. I'm like, what? What the fuck? Nope. That's something I feel like they should teach you in health class, by the way.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's like
you
a
don't
really big...
learn about like.
Bro, I didn't even know. Imagine I had a baby and I just like didn't know you need to put them on their tummy.
Yeah.
Like what? I don't know.
You know what's funny? My mom is a nurse, and she said that like when she had me, she felt like, who the fuck? Like, why are you giving me this kid to take home alone?
Yeah,
like,
you're not ready. They don't tell you anything. They really need better health care for these. For well, not the babies. They don't need it. For us, so we can take care of the baby better.
Yeah.
For real. Like we really need like a pushing a baby out class. What do you do with the kid when it's born? Oh, tummy time. What? Put that in a textbook.
Yeah, like what are you supposed to do with this thing?
Also taxes? What?
Bro, taxes, baby.
Let's not even get into
babies.
Let's not even get into
so much fun. Anyway, yeah, the Caitlin... Facebook group. So I don't know what happened, but regardless, my friend got attacked because like she said a comment like, oh yeah, like she puts the baby down for tummy time and she cries for a little bit. But after she cries it out for like a minute, like she's good.
She's okay. Yeah.
And she like was texting me crying, being like, am I a bad mother that like
it's
she's
wild.
Crying and I'm
It's
just
wild.
leaving her?
Bro, it's people on the internet think that they're so fucking like amazing. Like I cry a little bit. They need to gain like a little bit of independence. They put the baby down. They're not used to it. Okay, it's okay. They're not going to explode. If they start crying for more than, a certain amount of time, of course, take care of them. But you need to teach babies how to be a little bit progressively self-sufficient, a little bit. And in this case, it's just put them down on their stomach and let them develop their neck muscles. And they were calling Caitlin like a horrible, like abusive mother and shit. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Bro, people online, they think that they know like everything. Like,
and it's just like crazy, like girlfriend, like you're on the floor, you're fucking okay. Like,
Yeah,
you'll
right,
get over it
relax.
in a minute.
And she does.
Like, yeah.
You know, that kind of behavior of always giving into your baby crying. And again, you should be sympathetic most of the time. But like sometimes you got to let them do their
You're going
thing.
to know your baby's cry if it's like actually something wrong.
Yeah.
Or if they're just being a baby.
Yeah, right. You know, those babies need to get jobs.
Yeah,
I think that personally, I think they yearn for the mines. But yeah, I think that's so terrible. But imagine, like, Caitlyn sounds like she's doing the right thing. Imagine people on the internet telling her that she's a bad mom, and then like all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, I guess I shouldn't do this anymore." And then now her kid has a fucking flat idiot head. You know, like that would be the outcome. You guys made her kid an idiot because you're like, "Oh, but crying is bad." Oh my god, guys, crying is fucking bad. Like who didn't know that, right? Let's all clap and fucking shit ourselves. We did it. We saved the fucking world because we harassed a fucking mother on the internet. Just wild, bro.
But yeah,
wild.
so Facebook groups are toxic as fuck.
Yep.
But
Very
yeah,
fucking wild. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Facebook's wild. What's some of these comments? Do you have your phone open for the comments?
I do, but I've just been focused on talking.
No, I think that's okay, but we could take like a 2-minute break.
Yeah,
read
let's
through
take
the
a
comments
minute
and stuff, and just see what's up with these stupid idiots. No, I'm just kidding. How do you guys like the stream vibe, by the way? Because I'm kind of feeling it.
I'm having fun tonight.
I'm liking it. It's pretty cool. And we're just very casual. We're chilling. We're talking. We're kissing on the lips. May the 4th be with you and also with you.
Oh my god. Someone said for you to Google newborn cow hooves. Have you seen them? I've seen them.
What the hell is this?
Isn't that disgusting?
It looks like little what are these called? Artichokes or something.
Yeah,
Ew.
they're soft so they don't like fuck up their mother's insides.
That makes sense.
And then like literally like within the first couple of hours of them being born, like they get hard and like whatever.
Same. Like, I don't know what that means.
Oh my god.
That's wild. They look like little fucking demon claws. This is fucking crazy, dude. I watched those satisfying videos of them like cutting up the claws and stuff of the infected hooves. How does it get so bad though, the hooves, you know? Bro, I don't like this.
Which I don't understand because like, okay.
Look at this little thing. It's like ready to go though. This baby can walk out the fucking
Yeah, it like needs a minute to get it together, but then like it's good.
Look at this little thing. It looks like a dog pig artichoke. No. What's the other one? What am I thinking of? What is Arthur?
Aardvark.
Aardvark.
An anteater.
Oof, well, the good thing I'm an uncle, huh?
So here's my question.
Didn't even laugh at the joke.
No. Were cows ever a wild animal?
Yeah, I mean, of course they were.
Do you think so?
They.
How do we know?
I don't even know how to answer your question, baby. Baby love, I don't know how to answer the question. Like, of course they had to have been. Cows couldn't have always been domesticated, right?
How do you know?
Baby.
When have you ever heard of a wild cow?
Well, I haven't because
where do the wild cows live?
Cows were first domesticated between 8,000 and 10,000 years ago. That's wild, though. That's a long time ago.
It's not, though.
Okay. Oh my god, you're right. I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
You stupid bitch.
Listen to me. Listen. Oh, just listen to me. Just listen to me. Just listen to me. We're gonna have a wild cow debate right now. 8,000 years ago is a long enough time because, like, how far back does our recorded history really go? So for us, like, the reason why you're saying we've never seen a non-domesticated cow is because it's been so long compared to our recorded history that, like, we don't really have a concept of a non-domesticated cow. So I imagine, like, they must have, like, I wonder what they look like before they were domesticated.
Well, that's what I was asking, because then what did they fucking do with their hooves when they were wild?
What does that mean?
Now it's a person's job to come fucking shave the cows and horses' hooves.
Okay. I think that it's like a horse that they like run around a lot and they move a lot, so it like naturally trims.
Cows don't run.
Well, not anymore. They've been domesticated. I don't even know what a cow looked like.
Have you like heard? So like, first of all, the way that they teach us history, they don't teach us like in a linear fashion. They teach us by region or whatever.
Okay.
But I heard something, and I'm going to present it wrongly, but you're going to be picking up what I'm putting down. Cleopatra was apparently like a leader, whatever Cleopatra's role was. It doesn't matter what her role was. Her being alive was closer to like today than she was to the pyramids being built.
Okay.
Like that's how old the pyramids are.
Yeah.
Shit is just like crazy.
It is. It is.
And you know what else messes me up?
What's that?
Is like you look at old time pictures, right? And they're in like sepia tone or whatever.
What is sepia tone?
You know, it's like the brownish kind of like old digital cameras. You have like black and white and sepia.
So it's not one word. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Sure. Sure.
So like you look at those pictures and they have like old time clothes on because like it was like old time times. But like in real life, like to each other, they looked as real as me and you looking at each other right now.
What do you mean?
Like
explain
they just
yourself.
Like their reality looked to them like our reality looks to us.
Bro, you're literally you're blowing my fucking mind.
Do you know what
I
saying?
don't understand. Wait, say it again. My brain hurts.
Okay, like you look at an old picture.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, semen tone.
And you could tell that it's an old picture.
Yeah.
And they look weird. Like you look at them and you could tell that they don't belong like today.
Okay, but I don't understand what you're saying.
That like I look at them
as
a person in 2023.
Yes.
I look at them and I'm like, you don't belong.
In what way don't they belong?
They don't belong like in our world today.
Why?
Because they look different.
Because they're dressed differently.
Yeah, but they just like look different.
I don't understand because they are dressed differently.
Yeah, I guess
they're different people.
Yeah, I guess so.
What do you mean? Like, are you talking about the color of the picture? They
just their existence.
You just think that they don't belong. I don't know what the fuck you're talking
like
about.
They look.
Somebody in the chat says they get what you're saying, but I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, baby. What the fuck are you talking about?
My mom knows what I'm talking about. I've had this conversation with her. Oh my god, I have another question to ask you after this.
Oh my god, what do you want? Go ahead if you want.
But like, I'm trying to think. Like, look up right now a picture from the 1800s. Thank you, chat, for the people who are picking up what I'm putting down. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, look at them.
I'm looking them.
They look like different, right? Like that.
Yes, yeah, they do. Like of course, they're a different.
Yeah,
time.
like look at them. They look different. Like you could tell they don't belong. But like,
I don't understand what you mean by they don't belong.
Like back then, like they looked as real to each other as we do now.
Baby, I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. What are you saying right now?
I don't know.
I need to understand what the fuck you are talking about. You're looking at people from 200 years ago and you're going, they don't belong here. I agree because they're 200 fucking years old with a different culture. But like, what do you mean that like, what are you saying?
I don't know.
You're saying that what are you saying?
Like they looked at each other and it was like normal.
Yeah.
Like
they grew up back then.
Like, I don't know.
There's something, you have a thought and like there's a word, like you're just missing like one, you're like, we're missing like the human link, you know what I mean? Like,
or maybe my thought is just so stupid.
I don't think so. I just don't understand what you mean.
I'm like,
people are saying they are getting it now. I don't get it.
Like I look at them and they look different.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna repeat what I'm saying. And
yeah,
it's not
maybe I'll get it. No, but just do it one more time.
Like they look at each other.
Okay.
And they to each other are as real.
Yeah.
As real as we are to each other today.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, because they grew up there.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. So was there any more to it?
No, I think that it's just like we have two very different ways of like thinking about things.
Yeah, it seems like your entire argument hinges on this idea that they don't belong. And I guess I don't get that.
Yeah, like their reality to me is very different.
Yeah.
But like if we existed then, like everything would look normal.
Yeah, because we existed back then in that like culture. It'd be like the same thing as if we moved to like Europe or something and we would start to get it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
My mom gets it.
I know. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. All right. What did you want to do that question thing you were talking about before?
Yeah, and this fits into it. Like where we should just ask each other questions now.
Is that what you want? Yeah, let's go ahead. You came up with this idea of like asking each other like bizarre questions.
Yeah.
Right?
So, but we're gonna start here, okay? I heard this on TikTok and it blew my mind. It blew my mind so much that I sent it to the Shane Dawson podcast to see if they'll answer it.
What?
I want everyone to answer it.
Okay.
All right. This girl on TikTok asked,
yeah,
like, where are you in your body?
What do you mean?
Like, where does your like?
It's here on your brain.
Well, some people like had different places. Like some people felt like they existed behind their mouth.
No, that doesn't make any sense. That's not a thing. That doesn't make any sense. They have a mental disorder.
See.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, because I'm like, I think I'm back here.
What do you mean?
I think that's where I am.
What's the feeling that you're...
I feel very centered here.
Why?
I don't fucking know.
Like, what is this, like a metaphysical conversation or something? Like,
that's a big word. I don't know what that means.
Why do you feel in the back of your head? Like, what's the experience?
I don't know. That's just like where my control is. Like, that's where I feel like my person, like my existence, is like rooted like here.
Why?
Because
what
that's
is like?
How I
explain
am.
That to me.
If like I think of myself, I'm focused like here.
I don't
like my
know.
inner thought like comes from here. The projection of my voice like starts here. Like I'm here.
What projection of your voice starts there?
Yeah, like my like
is this a feeling like when you say
like my internal thoughts.
When you ask me where you are, is there like a certain feeling you're talking about? Like, are you talking about like where your energy comes from?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's a different question, right? Like, we are in our brains. That is like the center of everything. Our brain is literally like everything in our body.
Oh,
right?
well, yes. I'm not asking that.
That's what
You're
I'm
being
thinking.
Too scientific.
No, I'm being you. The way you phrased it. Where are you? Where does your energy come from? Is two different things. I don't know.
Look at who you're talking to.
My wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but like you have to be more explicit. You have to. Okay. This doesn't matter. I don't know. I guess maybe where my energy comes from, maybe my chest, because I come up from my like diaphragm. Like
that's crazy. Like, so you feel present in your chest?
No, I just feel like that's where all my words come from, my diaphragm, and that's where I enunciate myself. A lot of times I feel very disconnected.
Do you?
Yeah, sometimes I just kind of like shift in and out. Like even in the middle of conversations, like almost autopilot.
So when you feel like you come back, where do you feel it?
I don't know. Where do I feel it when I come back?
Yeah.
I don't really feel like I'm inside my body when I come back, when that happens. Like even when I come back, everything feels very disconnected. Like I think a lot about how like nothing, like how bizarre everything is, and how like sometimes I feel like I'm not a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do you remember like when we thought about it too much and we started to freak each other out and
about
we were like which one is the simulation? Which one of us?
Oh my god. Yeah, we talked about who the simulation, like which one, like we're very happy, so like which one is the one in the simulation, which one is outside the simulation. I don't even want to talk about that. Because that scares the shit. Because I mean, like right now, that makes sense if I'm like disconnecting from myself constantly.
No, bro,
You're in the simulation.
Do you want to like talk about something bizarre right now? Like right
You're
now,
gonna fucking blow my mind
we're
right now.
talking to like a fucking box that you're telling me has fucking wires that beep boop 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 boop. There's shit traveling through wires wrapped in rubber, and all of these fucking people
Maybe.
are watching us and like hearing us. And you're telling me that every single person in this chat, every single person watching, has like such like a complicated or complex life as I do. There's just no goddamn way.
I think about that sometimes too. Like we're all like you see somebody at a grocery store, and there is there's like 40 years in the making for that person to be right next to you, and it's like, do they have any experience once they leave? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like there's no way that every single fucking car on the expressway or like when we're driving through the city, there's no way that every single car has a fucking person in it.
Yeah, a person that's just as unique with their own unique experiences as you. And then it gets into a weirder conversation because I don't think everybody's self-aware. I've met some real dumb fucking people that just kind of drift through the world. The kind of people who can just stand still and look straight and like just disappear for hours in their brains. They just there's so little requirement of stimulation that they're just like, hey, what's up? They're like, oh, what's up, man? Like it's bizarre. It's really weird.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
I just want to pause for a second. I was so distracted because you took off your glasses and you are so handsome.
Thanks, baby.
You're so hot.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, like people, like shit freaks me out. And I finally, like, I understand pictures. I could like get with like pictures. Okay. And after you explained to me the way like film works, I guess, like there was you explained to me, we saw a video of a blade moving really fast, and you explained to me how like it looks so
she's talking about the pictures of blade moving so fast that like you don't really see anything, and you were like, how does that happen? Let me see if I can find that.
Everyone's like, oh, these are you high, blah blah. No, I do not partake in like any substance use.
This thing, right? Like it moves so fast, like it kind of like it looks like it's not moving at all. How the fuck do I mute this shit? Shut up, bitch. All right, whatever. That's what we're talking about. But like, yeah, I explained to her that things move in like frames per second, right? So you know, if this is 30 frames per second, but the blade is moving at 31, whatever, it's making 31 moves per second, you're only going to see so much of it. Because like a video is just a number of pictures. So it could be 30 pictures, 60 pictures, 5 pictures. Yeah. Okay, so continue.
Yeah, so like I could like I understand like film reel and being able to project that because I can understand, I kind of get like taking a picture, right?
Yeah, it's a bunch
but like
of pictures.
Television or like sound phones and computers, you will never have me understand that.
I guess, yeah. I don't either, and I just don't care. Like, I don't think it's worth caring
I want
about,
to understand though.
Well, we'll go to a sciencey place one day and we'll ask them about it. How's that?
Okay.
Because I couldn't explain the specifics to you.
Bonkers.
But when we did this question thing, you were telling me that you wanted to ask specific relationship questions.
Not relationship questions, but I said I want to ask questions that like about you that I don't know the answer to.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay. I wrote them down on a Post-it.
Yeah. I'm going to see the flow of the questions and then I'll ask my own because I didn't really come prepared because I didn't know what the hell I was going to do.
Yeah, but okay. So the first one I have is where's somewhere that everyone wants to go, but you have no interest in going there?
Fucking Europe, bro.
Right?
Anywhere else.
I think I knew this, but I didn't know if
I don't want to go to Mexico. I don't want to go to Europe. I don't want to go anywhere.
You're going to Mexico.
I'm going to go to Europe with you too. It'll be fun. I don't want to go outside of my...
I don't want to go to Europe.
We're going to go to Europe. I don't want to go outside of my house, okay? But then you take me places, you force me to go there, and I'm like, okay, this is fun. Like, that's literally all how it works.
You know somewhere we will never probably go, though?
El Salvador. Okay. Yeah, fuck. I don't want to go to El Salvador.
No.
My
Is that
my
a vacation
no,
spot?
my coworker who's Salvadorian, he said, "Don't go there. They don't like you, white people." I said, "Okay, no problem." I said, "I don't like you either." No, I didn't say that. Well, I think I did say that to him, but we were busting his balls.
All right, that one I know the answer to, so I guess it's
Well, what
not
about you?
fun.
I guess this you agree with me. I want to go to Antarctica.
I really do. Chris Clemens
Uncle
went
Artica.
there on a 2-week cruise.
Oh,
and
Chris Clemens.
he did a polar plunge, and they got They like took these little doohickey boats, and
I didn't say I want to do that. I just want to be there. I want to go to that spot. Okay, keep going. Go ahead. You want to jump in the water and be cold.
Yeah, and then they like walked on the land.
If you were too cold when we went to Costco and we went inside the refrigerator section for like
fun.
3 minutes.
It'll be fun. I know. I had to put my sweater on after.
Yeah, like you were like, I'm so freezing. I'm like,
it'll be
okay.
fun. But you know what I learned from his vlog from when he went to Antarctica?
He's gay.
That Antarctica is land.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not a big. I thought that it was a big mass of ice.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there's land there.
I thought that was.
I thought Antarctica was gonna melt and not exist one day.
I think the issue is that it might melt and raise the sea levels and become like a little disturbed because they might have some infrastructure on like more icy spots. Like I think that some of the trucking goes over like ice.
Ice truckers.
Yeah, ice truckers. You know.
All right.
Okay.
Are you still feeling this?
I'm feeling it. Let's get to question number 2.
All right. Question number 2. All right. I asked you about this earlier. What's
what's up,
something
guys?
random that you know a lot about?
You go first.
Sharks.
Do you really know a lot about sharks?
I know a lot about sharks. I have.
Do sharks have pussies?
I mean, like, there's
fuck a shark?
female sharks.
But don't they just shoot eggs out of them like fish?
No, sharks grow pups in their bellies. They don't lay eggs.
Really? Are you
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah, shark pups.
Do sharks lay eggs? This is yes.
Okay, maybe some, but fucking sharks grow.
Oh, only 40% of them lay eggs. Okay.
So, like, I actually really like fishing, and fish are my favorite animal. And so on my Instagram and stuff, there's always videos of sharks, and it's always like, oh, like, what kind of shark is this? And I'm always able to say what shark it is and be correct.
Wow.
Their brains are also shaped funny, and they have like little bubble bowls in it. It would be fun.
Okay. So what was the question again?
What's something random that you know a lot about?
Yeah, White Castle.
Yeah.
Like unironically, I know I did a whole book report on White Castle.
Did you really?
They started in 1921. They were the first fast food restaurant. They were the first place to use hamburger meat for human food because it used to be dog food. It was, they cooked them with onions, which was like revolutionary at the time. People loved them a lot. Even today, they still cook them with onions and everything. They put the buns upside down on top of there to get them like steamy and everything. Yeah, I know a lot about White Castle. Like I like White Castle. This is good. My mom used to work there, and she did very well there. Like she was an area supervisor, so I know a lot about that.
That's funny. But it's funny because like I didn't think you would say that. But yeah, that
I don't know
makes
what
a
else
lot
there
of
is,
sense.
like an obscure thing that I would know. Yeah, I know about White Castle. I love my mom. I was so interested. I love my mom so much. I was like, did a fucking book report on White Castle as a kid. Like, what a loser.
You're so cute. Did you like bring White Castle in?
Yes. Sometimes we bring crave Kates. Somebody said, is Harold and Kumar an accurate representation? Just so you know, Harold and Kumar didn't eat actual White Castle burgers. They created special like vegan friendly ones for them because they don't eat meat. So that's something. So, yeah, I know all your White Castle related questions. White Castle's in their 4th generation ownership.
Still?
Yeah, I think her name is Lisa Ingram. The Ingram family is the family that owned White Castle.
Does your mom know them?
Yeah, she met Lisa.
Like, how close, like, the level your mom was at, like, how high is that level?
So... from what I remember, you have your basic employee. You have like a shift manager, I think 1 and 2. Then you have your assistant manager, general manager, district supervisor, which went around to the different stores, area supervisor, which was what my mother was. There's assistant regional director, which she got an invitation to be that, but she didn't want to move to Kentucky. And then there's the regional director, and that's as high as you can go working through that infrastructure. And then outside of that, you're like then there's different like office individuals. So there's an office manager, there's people who like answer the phones, like receptionists at the office, which they all do pretty well. Outside of that, I guess like lawyers and stuff, but that's pretty much it. So my mom had the opportunity to be assistant regional director, and if she took that, she probably would have been a regional director in like Kentucky by now. So they make money.
Thank God you didn't move to Kentucky, because
I'd be fucking slamming pussy. Boom.
You'd have so many kids.
Oh damn, son.
But you wouldn't have me.
I would be fucking dumb as shit too.
Yeah,
I'm smart as fuck.
But you know how you just said, like, there's like a
East.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. They also, there's another thing that you know about them. They don't do franchises. They don't trust it. So like McDonald's was franchised, so they have like a whole business deal with McDonald's. Like McDonald's, like I think you have to pay 3% of your gross revenue, and less royalties and stuff like that. But White Castle doesn't do that. They tried opening, I think, a store in Mexico, and what happened is they didn't like how it went, because it wasn't very clean, and so they didn't really have enough supervision over it to make sure that it was going well. So they don't really branch out too much. I do know way too much about White Castle.
No, but it's interesting. Like, there's probably like a whole, like, being a lawyer for a fast food company. Like, there's probably like that's probably like a specific
probably
job. So
I love, bro. We started going to White Castle again after a while.
All right, no. What happened is I don't know what we did, but on Saturday,
bro, I look kind of good when I like.
You're hot.
But you people think I'm a big fat fuck. I'm 6'4", bro. People don't really know that. I'm a big chunker.
Oh,
go ahead. So White Castle.
This past Saturday, I went to the library with my mom to do like an arts and craft class.
Yeah.
And after that, we went out to dinner with my mom and brother. We got all you could eat sushi. And when we got home,
I went with you.
We went right to sleep at like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So, and then we slept until like 3 in the morning. No food in the house. So we went to go to a Burger King. It wound up being a Burger King in a gas station.
We didn't want to get out of the thing.
So I was like, I don't want that.
So we went to White Castle.
And then we were like, White Castle.
What day is it, Saturday?
Yeah, like Sunday morning, technically.
Yeah.
And then it started us on a friggin' White Castle
This is
binge.
the first day that I haven't had White Castle since Sunday. And when I say since Sunday, I had it that Saturday night, which was Sunday morning, and then I had it again when we woke up. And I've had it every single day since. I've had 10 bacon cheeseburgers, no onions, no pickle, and a drink.
That's shameful.
I love it. It's so good. I want to shove it into my fucking rectum. I want to fucking shove it up my ass and shit it out my mouth. It's so good. It's so good. It's horrible. It's so good. I love it. I got coupons the other day, a $3 off coupon.
Did you really?
Yeah, I have coupons in the car. And I don't use
coupons. Where'd you get them from?
From White Castle. After we bought a bunch of White Castle, they gave me coupons because I'm fat. Anyway, next question.
I put in the chat, hi barbecue, and hi everyone else in the chat.
You're in the chat? Oh, you're under Mama Gut.
Yeah.
If you change it to this channel, you can like do moderation and like do your thing. If you set it to this channel on YouTube.
Oh, you should make me a moderator.
Okay, or you could just be the moderator. You could just be the channel owner.
No, thank you.
Okay. There you go.
Thanks, Daddy.
Next question.
Okay.
How much cum is in your penis? 6 gallons.
Who has the best chicken nuggets?
Oh. You go first. Chicken.
So, like, fast food wise, I need a minute, but like, if not fast food, the Chinese buffet has the best chicken nuggets.
Well, the one that you've gone to. You want me to be real with you, bro? I'm gonna just go with White Castle, bro. Those chicken
You're
rolls.
lying.
Well, they weren't that good last time.
They're fucking disgusting.
Oh, stop. Bro, chicken nuggets to me aren't that good. They're kind of gross.
I love chicken
There's no
nuggets.
like for me, I'm not a huge fan of chicken. Chicken nuggets are like I have an eating disorder food. Like, I'm a fucking baby. Oh, hey guys, what's your favorite food? Oh, I like chicken nuggets. Okay, you have a fucking eating disorder, you loser. All you do is
baby.
What? Oh, I like who? That's you like chicken nuggets? You
First
like
of all,
nuggets
that's
of chicken
tenders.
No, chicken tenders are not the same as chicken nuggets. If you like chicken nuggets, that's fine. But if it's you are probably anorexic. And that's the only food you can eat is chicken nuggets. You're like bulimic or something. They're okay sometimes. But like what are you doing?
Off topic but on topic. Adventureland. I saw someone else from Long Island in here. Adventureland has the best chicken tenders.
Okay.
Adventureland and Splish Splash. There's something about them tenders. I think Wendy's might have the best chicken nuggets. They're a little
fine.
Juicy, a little thick.
Fast food nuggets, they're fine. They're all right.
Damn, I thought that was...
I don't really have too much to say about chicken nuggets. I'm not a huge chicken nugget fan.
It's just so funny because the things that I'm so like passionate about just go full flat for you sometimes.
Well, that's how both of us are. I literally play World of Warcraft and you don't give a shit. We both are the same way.
I guess so.
But listen, next time we go to White Castle tomorrow, White Castle, we're not going tomorrow. We should get you a chicken ring sandwich.
No.
We'll get a couple of them. We'll try them out.
No, thank you.
Yeah, we're going to try them out. We're going to get them together.
No, I like burgers with pickles and onions.
Yeah, we'll get those too, but we're going to get like 2 chicken ring sandwiches and we'll take a taste of them. How's that sound?
That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What's your next question? Now, go.
What teacher, looking back,
Okay.
what teacher did you appreciate most and why? Not the little redhead.
That was the first thing I was thinking.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking Miss Dorsa, 9th grade.
No.
I would sit there. I would stare at her fucking ass. And my penis was so hard when I was a child. And I would just look at her ass the whole time. I was obsessed, bro. I was a bizarre child.
And you were like this too, probably.
And I probably
like, if
made
she
her
turned
so
around,
uncomfortable.
you probably didn't even pretend to move away.
No, I didn't. Bro, I was a fucking little god. Bro, it's the ADHD medication. Bro, I remember sitting in... Sorry calling you bro so much. I remember sitting in Spanish class and counting the words and the letters in the words for the teacher was saying. Like sometimes I would hyper focus so much I would just be like, I would just sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like oh, it was fucking wild. But that's the teacher I appreciate the most.
That's not the fucking question I'm asking, and you know that.
What's the question?
What teacher like did you appreciate most? Like I know you talk a lot about your scout leader and stuff, but did you have any like significant connection with the teacher, or was there any teacher who taught something that like you appreciated, even if it wasn't in the moment that you look back on?
I was better than them. No, in all honesty, there's nothing with teachers that resonate with me too much. I don't think I never had a whole amount of value. Like I didn't hate teachers, but I was like a very smart kid. I always did very well in all my classes. I didn't even need a teacher to teach. I would just be good at everything. So like I never had a teacher that like made me go like, wow, I'm gonna fart. You know. Mm-hmm. So like I said, like my scoutmaster, absolutely. Like I didn't struggle in school, so there's no, you know what I mean. Like there's no teacher I resonated with. I don't really care. There was like one, I think he was a history teacher. He was a cool guy. I think it was Mr. Lane or something. He was a cool dude. I remember him because he would talk to me. He was nice to me, but like I don't really have like a teacher that like resonated with me. Like Scoutmaster, yeah, my Scoutmaster was fantastic. But I was also like a bit of a troubled little asshole. So, you know. What about you? It's probably some gay teacher.
No, I had a lot of teachers, and like it's the opposite for me. I had a lot of issues growing up, so I had a lot of connections.
Well, I think we have different
with my teachers.
Like I was a very behavioral kid, but I think I just resonated more with, I think probably more authoritative figures like my Scoutmaster or something. You know? Yeah,
I don't want to name like a bunch of teachers because then people could just Google them and find out where we live. But I had an art teacher who like was very. We had a really fun relationship. He was cool.
I think one of the art teachers, maybe at my school, was like having a relationship with a fucking child.
Terrible.
How fucked up is that?
One experience.
Do you think that the kid would? Do you think that the student was staring at his ass the whole time?
Maybe.
Like Miss Dorsa. I wish Miss Dorsa
looked at your peshy.
Molested me when I was a kid.
Okay.
I'm happy she didn't, because that could have given me a trauma. But when you're a kid, you know, it's good that they don't act on it. I'm sorry. I was probably a little far.
Yeah.
She was very. I had like a you know.
Right.
You know what's interesting though? And all jokes aside, I remember thinking of this concept of like listening to your younger self, and your younger self is like a totally different person, right? So like I'm listening to my 13 or 14-year-old self who was in love with Miss Dorsa, but realistically speaking, those feelings that I had, those are the feelings of a child, and they've just now manifested as an adult, you know.
Yeah.
So kind of interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah.
Move on. Let's move on.
New question.
New question. What's the next one?
What's something that you've accomplished that you never thought you would?
Wow, that's a very thought-provoking question.
Yeah.
You think Miss Dorse is in the chat right now?
After this, I'm gonna fucking find her because like I love you. Raw husband wife moment. I'm fucking over it. I'm overhearing this fucking woman.
It's a
You've
joke.
been talking about her for like the past fucking week. Whatever you could fit it into your stream.
It's my fixation.
She's fucking
You
coming
even
up.
said that I get weird fixations every once in a while, like food or something. That's what.
Yeah,
it's
so
like
I
the
want to
joke of the
see
week.
what this fucking bitch looks like.
Don't look
I
it
want to
up.
see what she looks
Don't dox
like.
me.
And you know what? I'm gonna look her up on Facebook and I'm gonna message her and be like, "Hey, my husband loves you."
Well, you know what? Don't do that. Anyway,
Do you think that she's okay? Let's rewind.
I think
for
that
a
she probably
second.
thought I was creepy. She probably remembers me because I'm very rememberable.
But like my taste has changed. When I look at people that when I was in love with at that age, I'm like, would not
Yeah.
today. Do you think today
that I would still think she's attractive.
that you would hit it?
No, I'm married. I love you very much. I wouldn't fuck
You're
anybody else.
so annoying.
What do you fucking mean? Like, I thought we were having a real question. Like, you asked me a real question. Would I hit it? No, I'm fucking married and I love you. Are you asking me like if we weren't married or something?
Yeah.
Like, would I fuck? Yeah, of course. I literally fuck anything. I fuck anything. I will put my fucking penis into anything. I'm a fucking dog. It doesn't matter what she looked like. She could be missing a fucking arm. I don't care. I got that dog in me. I got to see it through, my girl.
So am I actually a dog?
No, you're very beautiful and I love you a lot.
All right. So what have you accomplished?
You look good after I've come.
Stop.
You still look attractive to me. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
You don't get the ick afterwards.
You know how when people have like beer goggles? I have cum goggles. So like,
Stop. Ew.
So once it's empty, I'm just like, oh, you know,
You're disgusting.
hey, I got that dog in me, baby.
All right. What's something you accomplished that you never?
What's your answer?
My like automatic answer is like one of the cliche ones where like I thought I was gonna like myself.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't know if I was gonna make it to this point in life.
Yeah.
You know? But you know what? I don't know if it's really an accomplishment, but my life is different than I thought it would be, but in a good way.
Yeah, me too.
When I was younger, I envisioned like moving out and getting an apartment and I really envisioned having like boyfriends that like treated me like shit and then having kids and like having a divorce in my future.
Yeah.
That's how I thought life was gonna go. So maybe an accomplishment that I need to kind of like take a breath and focus like more on or take in more is that like we're good. Like I have a husband who I love very much.
Yeah.
Like legit, like my best fucking friend.
Yeah.
And
You're being a little gay right now, but I agree.
yeah, but I don't think that there's divorce in my future, which I used to be very indifferent about.
Yeah.
And I have a good job. Even though
the health insurance is pissing me off right now, but everything else is going really.
But I think that I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
The fuck. I guess for my answer to that is, what was the question again?
What's something you accomplished you never thought you would?
I don't know, the way that you asked the question, it's like, oh, what's something that you like wanted to do that you never did? And I guess like I was able to be like successful outside of the bus company, which that was cool. But I guess if I just think about it from now, like kind of what you said, I'm just happier, and I haven't been happy since I was a child. I've hated my life a lot for a long time, but it's just kind of normal. I feel like a lot of people just hate their lives. But, you know, the last relationship and stuff, you know, even before that, not particularly great. I know I wasn't never been the best guy, but I always tried very hard to be like a good person. And like for years, I remember we would sit down and we would talk for hours, even about posting TikTok content sometimes and like different things. And we would explore this concept and that concept. And we've had like such robust conversations about like people with disabilities and like LGBTQ people and all this crazy stuff. I think that's made me a better person. But like before that, I was like working at a bus company and I was with people that like I didn't realize made me really unhappy. And I was just like, this is how life's supposed to be. Like, you're just supposed to be fucking miserable.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to put all 100% of yourself into somebody that maybe gives you 20%. And again, I could have been a better person, but like, you know, so I was just like ready to be a miserable fucking doormat for like years and years and years and years, you know, because I'm the kind of, I can be like a real piece of shit. I understand that. But like, I'll usually give like 100%. And then like a lot of times people will take that as like a license to give like 0% because they don't feel like they have to, because I'll just give you 100% regardless of whether you're reciprocating. If I can go back, I wish I would change that. But like I found my wife, she gives me 100% too. I give her 100%. I give her 98%. I don't do the dishes. You know, so like I'm just happy. I wake up and like there's a lot of times where I'm just like, damn, like I'm very blessed. You know, like I make decent money coming onto a computer and playing video games while I talk about stuff.
You're talking into the magic box.
Talking
the magic
into
people.
a fucking bro. It might not be real. When I was high as fuck and that green out, when that was like horrible for me, I was like, what am I doing? Like I'm just like talking to like a box. But like I work like maybe 4 hours a day. I'm streaming later, but like overall, and I play video games and I talk, and then I get off and like I wake up and I do whatever I want whenever I want, and I make more money than I should. Even with this new channel, like I'm making more money than my wife somehow, and I'm working part-time. So like I really have nothing to complain about. It's pretty cool, you know. I'm very fortunate, very happy. I've always wanted to make a lot of money too. One thing that I hope I can do is make enough money to like take care of my family, and like especially my Aunt Kathy, take her to like Disney and stuff, and you know, maybe make so much money I can invest in like a business that could help other people or something. You know, even if it's like opening a 7-Eleven where I pay the employees livable wages. Yeah, that would be. I would really want to do that.
Well, that was one of the other questions I had. Sorry, am I cutting you off? Sorry, words. If you could have any job, what would you do?
Is this another question?
Yeah, but you were just talking about like future business.
I think I'm good. I think I'm where I want to be. I don't think I want another job. I don't think I want another job. I don't think I could think of anything. My job is like pretty cool, low pressure. I'm chilling. I just want to make more money doing this. That's it. Okay. I'm good. And it's not like this was a dream job. I mean, it is, but I never had like, this is my dream job, you know?
Yeah.
It just happened to be a dream job. That was pretty cool. What about you?
Like literally
Ball
like
liquor.
any like
My
anything
balls.
in the world. I think I would be like a marine biologist.
Oh. You want to work with sharks with Down syndrome instead of instead of people with Down syndrome?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no, like go and like research like different sea creatures and stuff, and
you know,
like
a
go on
beluga.
excursions. Yeah, I love belugas.
Yep. I remember the kids' song when I was young. It was Baby Beluga. We listened to a lot of stuff like that. There was like a dog that was like, don't do drugs. Say no. Way to go. You only got one body. And then I don't remember the rest.
Oh, I listened to like Janet Jackson and Limp Bizkit with
my
mom.
mom listened. My mom listened to a lot. When I was younger, I went from like Motown to metal. It was very bizarre. My mother listened to a lot of like strong woman music, like Aretha Franklin and stuff, because my mother was left by my father. So I never put two and two together because I'm like, why do you like this? And she's like, oh, I like these strong women kind of a thing. I never realized it was because they're all about like respect and like I don't need a man. This guy was such a piece of shit. So interesting. Anyway,
but yeah, I think I like would be. I had that. I wanted to do that when I was little. You look so hot.
This is my wife. She thinks I look.
And I knew somebody who they were like a family friend who was older who got his degree in that. Now you look a little silly. And he told me not to.
Why?
Because the only way to make money would be to like be like have the jobs where you travel somewhere remote and you don't get to have any like
Well, maybe it worked
family
out then.
relations and stuff like
Maybe
that.
that worked out because then we would never met.
Well, so I don't think I was meant to do that because I think I'm meant to be where I am now.
Yeah, that's
but
how we met.
But like I also wish I wasn't discouraged. But anyways, I would do that.
Yeah, I
or
get
like
that.
I don't know, like use what I have now to make it into something bigger.
Yeah, we talk about having like a gym that's focuses on like dealing with like mental health issues of the chonkers and stuff like that. We've talked about like a village of tiny homes for people with with homeless people to live in, like very inexpensive things where like they work, like maybe you have a security guard or this, and then you kind of help the people be more self-sufficient, stuff like that. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd especially be down for like the tiny home for like fucking homeless people, like a whole tiny home community where like they had like their own little home with like heat and stuff, maybe like a little TV, and then like you go to a bathroom and then you go to this, and then you have people that try to maintain and manage it, and you know that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got here? These are good questions.
I only have one more written down actually, and
Let's hear it, girl.
It's like sounds like the others, but like. What's something that you want to learn more about?
That's an interesting question. I don't know. What do you think?
A couple of things. I want to learn. I actually have a lot of things. I want to become more like self-sufficient. Like I made the joke to you yesterday. Like I wish one of us had a dad, because listen, if anybody has a dad in the chat and wants to listen to what's going on, basically
any dads in the chat, hit one in the chat if you're a dad.
We're not having like any like issues that I know of right now, but in our upstairs toilet, like when you flush it or when we're doing laundry and it drains, like you hear like a gurgling in our tub. There's no like sewage or anything coming up, but it just always wasn't making that noise. But you know, I don't have a dad to like teach me about like taking care of like my house and stuff, and you know my like you do very well like figuring stuff out, but sometimes I wish we knew how to do things a little more like officially.
Yeah, we're a little more independent
instead of like rigging it, you know.
Yeah.
And so I want to learn more about that, but like I also want to learn how to crochet and stuff like that. But I think, like I was saying earlier, like history wise, I want to experience like more places and learn more about them. And I want to learn more about history, like in relation to other things in history, like in a linear fashion. I think that's what I mean. Instead of learning about like pockets, like as I was saying earlier, when like our history classes, and at least in my experience, like throughout high school and college, is that they teach you about certain areas, and like the history of that area,
but they don't teach you,
but they don't explain to you. Yeah, they don't explain to you like this was happening at the same exact time that this was happening. And I feel like once you get a better understanding, like that gives you a better ability to understand like how the world developed or why certain cultures are this way or that way. And so I think I want to I just want to put more time into that for myself so that I could grow like personally. And I think that it would enable me to enjoy more things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if there's anything I want to learn. Maybe Ms. Doris's phone number. I'm just kidding.
You're so ridiculous.
I'm kidding. Oh my god! No, I wouldn't even text her.
You would just look at her.
I was probably doing this, sir.
But like you had the long hair, so it was like.
Oh yeah, I did have longer hair back then. No, well, at that time, I don't think I did. I was like in 10th grade. This was in 9th grade when I would.
Oh my goodness.
10th grade, I was a cool guy. Stopped going to class. Fucking awesome. Next question.
I don't have any more written down.
Those were good questions. I don't really know if I have any good questions.
Ask me any question, anything, even if it's silly.
So like Arnold Rothstein?
I don't know who that is.
Fucking Boardwalk Empire, bro.
Oh, no, I didn't fucking like him.
Oh, because
I don't understand.
You're anti-Semitic.
What?
You're anti-Semitic.
Was he not Italian?
He's Arnold Rothstein. He's a Jewish.
You're saying that to me like it means something.
Because the entire show in Boardwalk Empire is about him being a Jewish fucking gangster.
Well, they never fucking celebrated Hanukkah or anything.
That doesn't
So
matter.
I wasn't getting the
They
context
constantly
clues.
called him like racial like slurs about Jewish slurs. His name was Rothstein. Rothstein, baby love. He worked with somebody named Meyer Lansky. Baby, he was a Jew from the start.
That's fine.
We watched 5 seasons and you didn't realize he was Jewish.
I watched like 2.5.
Okay.
But I didn't understand why he did not seem like a guy that like, not that he shouldn't have been in power, but like there was nothing to like respect about him as like a boss.
Because he had a bunch of money. That's what all it was. And I remember he made somebody swallow an 8 ball until he died.
That was fucked up. No, he made them swallow the cue ball because he knew it was a little bigger. Pool balls.
And they could spin them back up. So he had him swallow a different
like
pool.
For money. Like, oh, I bet, blah, blah, blah.
I bet you can. And he gave him this one. And that one was like a little
ball.
bigger. And he ended up choking to death because he couldn't get it back out. Like, and he killed the guy just for his own amusement.
Yeah.
Fucking wild. Okay. Well, that was a good segment. I like that. Do you want to talk about, I think, what was his name? Jordan Neely, I think?
Yeah, we could talk about that. I mean, what I was talking to you about doesn't have anything to do, like, with him, I guess.
Yeah, but I want to take a piss and talk about it. Talk to the chat.
But you moved and you exposed me. Stop it. Stop it. Baby. Stop it. Just go to the bathroom.
My guy pretty like a girl, and he's got 5 stories to tell. See both sides like Chanel.
Bye. Hello, everyone. Akagi? Is it inappropriate? Baby. That's funny. I wish I could like save like a chat thing so that I could go back and read it to him, because that Scooby-Doo comment's fucking funny. What got me into my job, long story short, is I became a social worker because I didn't know, like I was getting ready to finish my 2-year liberal arts degree and I didn't know what to go on to. So I asked my mom and she told me to be a social worker. And then all I had on my resume was like things related to the LGBT community, and I wanted to like zhuzh it up a little. And so I like learned through actually 2 fellow students. And then like my school sent out a thing that my agency like was hiring DSPs. And so I got a job there per diem, and I wound up like loving the people I worked with. And then when like after I got my master's, I was doing a little bit of extra work and whatnot. And the people who are my bosses now, like they were asking me something and they were like, oh, like you have your master's degree? And I was like, yep. And then I became a behavior specialist, and it's now been like 3 years. So yeah. Am I going to give in to his request to show off my lounge fly bags? I mean, like, yes. As soon as he gives in to my request to clean up the basement, we could do it.
Yeah.
So first of all,
this is America.
Listen, I'm gonna start talking, and are you gonna sing? Okay. Someone said that I pull my face off Scooby-Doo style and reveal that I'm Mrs. Dorsa.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'm kidding.
All right. So I answered the question how I got into my job, and now Jarhead Devil Dog asked, like, how did you get into
content
your
creator?
job?
Yeah, we got lucky. When did you ask that question? Around what time?
Anyway, a little bit further up.
Okay. Anyway, I got lucky. So back in the day, I downloaded TikTok because my wife wanted to send me TikToks. So I downloaded TikTok and I started, and then like one day I'm an over opinionated guy. I saw somebody make a political post about universal basic income, or no, they made a point about minimum wage increases, and I was like, no, I believe in UBI instead. That was my first post. Got 400 views. Wild. First post, 400
That was
views.
pretty good back then too.
Oh yeah, well back then, like having a couple like 10,000 followers was like having 100,000 now. I think everything is so inflated. People follow you for fucking dick. And I just started posting stuff, and I went through like an evolution and like back and forth of I want to do jokes, I want to do commentary, and then I eventually just started doing jokes and commentary, and I started gaining more and more traction. I would make most of my TikToks at work, and I would just make like 20 of them a day. I didn't give a shit. I made a ton of them, never looked at the views, never cared. I would have some that blow up. This would go crazy. Remember that one that blew up? It was some person like saying, they didn't like flashing lights or something, and then like I just started turning on and off my lights, and I was like, fuck you, blah.
Yeah.
That one blew up. And then eventually I decided to start streaming on Twitch. So I worked my full-time job, and then I would stream on Twitch 4 days a week, like 2 hours a day. I was like, this was cool. Started making money, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna quit and I'm just gonna be a Twitch streamer, which was such a risk, but I was making a lot of money on Twitch alone.
Yeah, but it was a process. Like you were working and then you were going home and you were streaming.
Yeah.
Or even like, do you remember when you lost, there was a storm and you lost electric for a couple days, and so you were coming here and streaming?
Oh yeah. That was so I pretty much just did that. Got lucky.
But prior to that, you also were like trying out YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, like a long time ago, sure. I mean, that's like old videos that I had that I never released, or I released them. I got like a couple hundred views a video. It was about politics. This was like 2016, and then I kind of just stopped because I had to work 2 jobs and do my thing,
Before we get into the next topic, Barbecue asks what my favorite shark is.
Poop shark.
So I don't know much about it yet because I've just recently learned about it. But I like, and I've been thinking about it because I don't know. I like sharks a lot. I'm more like knowing about them. I'm very scared of them. Like I'm afraid, like if the whole way's dark, I'm afraid a shark's gonna come out. Like if I'm in the pool,
if you're in the pool and
it's
if it's dark out and you're in the pool, you get like
there's sharks in there. But anyways, salmon sharks.
What the fuck is a salmon shark?
They're so cute. They're like a little bullet of a shark. You should look it up and show it, baby.
Okay. A salmon shark. A salmon shark. This?
Yeah, they're just like a little bean.
This is your favorite shark?
Right now, yeah, they're like a little bean.
I don't understand why.
Look.
Oh, it's like a little small shark.
Yeah,
it's
they're like a
fish
little
shark.
bean. They're like a shrinky dink great white shark.
I thought this was like 50 feet long.
No.
What about this thing? No, it's not the right one. I like little bean sharks. Look at this little idiot. He looks so goofy. Probably killed me though. Those 2 silly teeth. Look at this guy.
Look at him.
I'd name him like Mort or something.
Look at a Greenland shark. They're scary, right?
Yeah, it looks like a fucking.
They're like
torpedo.
the oldest sharks. Like they live
he
like
looks like an old Irishman
for like over 100 years, and like people like you don't see them much because they live in like really cold waters and stuff.
Damn, me too. What the hell's that shark's pussy? Wow. Okay.
I also like thresher sharks
What is
because their
that?
tails like.
Yeah, it looks like a boomerang, like an Aussie. He'll throw it.
Yeah.
Is that slur? Aussie? I don't care. Whoosh.
No, I think it's just like Australian.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna throw. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna try it anymore. Okay. What else do you like?
I like a lot of things.
Do you like me?
Do you know what I love? I love you. But do you know what I love? Not as much as you, but I love a lot.
What's that?
Are fucking stingrays and manta rays.
Yeah, we should go to an aquarium.
I love them.
Look, I can do this. And I can pick one. Nobody will know.
The Connecticut aquarium has belugas as well. And I can't show it to you because it's our Facebook message, so people see our names. But there is like a pancake stingray stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just messing around.
I know.
Have a little bit of fun. Yeah, Denny's. We were saying something about Denny's and pancakes.
No, I was saying that there's a stuffed animal. I don't know. I Facebook messaged you, but look up pancake stingray.
Stingraw.
That's not. Scroll down.
This guy?
No. Scroll down.
This guy?
No.
This guy? These guys. These
I
are
mean,
cute.
kind of. I just don't know how to show it without showing our Facebook
don't even
messages.
worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
They're really cute though. Wait, go up.
What?
Go
These?
up. Nah, it's not there.
Okay, cool.
I know they killed Steve Irwin. When he died, I cried.
Yeah,
I had a
kind of a skill issue if you think about it, though. Kind of a pussy, you know? I'm just kidding.
How fucked up though. He got stabbed right in the heart.
Yeah.
That rude.
Yeah. So he probably died the way he lived, you know? Loving animals.
All right, Daniel.
What's up, baby girl?
You ready to move on?
Oh, we want to talk about Jordan Neely, right? Neely.
Yeah, so why don't you give a little, like, you could give a backstory, I guess.
Yeah, so Jordan Neely, I just saw this today on the stream. Somebody told me to watch it, and it all comes actually a hero that should be praised, but basically due to wokeism, that's why people don't like him anymore. And woke, we're at a point now, it just means like, if you use the word woke like unironically, you're a stupid goober. It's just anything progressive, anything reasonable. I guess I don't know. I like to use it for fun sometimes, but it's just wild. Basically, what happened though is there's this guy who's a homeless man, and apparently he used to do like Michael Jackson impersonations, and he was on a subway car, and he was being aggressive. Well, I don't even know if I said aggressive. He was threatening people. He was apparently being loud. He's like, I don't care if I go to jail. And it seemed like he wanted to go to jail. He's a homeless guy. And for a little bit of context, I have friends in the NYPD, and I had a friend who we talked about this, and apparently they cut funding in the NYPD. And what that meant was there used to be a thing where you could call the police, and homeless people could call the police or whatever, or some service, and they would take them to homeless shelters for a couple nights or a night. They got rid of that. So now all the police can do when you call them is either send them to the hospital or tell them to leave if somebody calls them out, you know. So this guy has been arrested like 40 times. Seemed like there was no convictions because he's homeless. And what are you going to do? You're going to get arrested. You're going to go eat something. Anyway, he's being loud. He's being aggressive on the subway, and I get it. And some kind of like former military guy puts him in a chokehold for like 15 minutes and kills him. There was two other guys helping him restrain the guy. He murdered that guy. I understand like it can be difficult to deal with homeless people, especially if they're intoxicated or have a mental health issue, because a lot of homeless people have issues. I totally understand that. I get that it can be scary. I understand that like you may not act perfectly, but we're talking about a military trained veteran who is trained to kill people and he should know how to de-escalate. And this person had him in a chokehold with two other people holding the guy. 15. He's not a hero. I think that some people could speculate that he was trying to live some kind of like murder fantasy, because I couldn't imagine killing somebody that easily. Mm-hmm. You know, I get putting him on the floor, restraining him. There's one thing if you put him in a chokehold for like 30 seconds and the guy happened to die. That's one thing. 15 minutes he was holding on to this guy by his neck. The coroner deemed it a homicide. Like, this guy should be in jail, and they didn't put him in jail. They let him go after some questioning. And I wonder what would have happened if we didn't have social media. Like, do you think that this would have just gotten swept under the rug? Another homeless guy that's just dead. Are we gonna remember? Let me turn that alert off. Thank you, though. Yeah, that's what happened.
So, like, when you were watching that earlier, I forget what you said, but you said, like, something is the problem or something like that. And in the chat, like, I said the military is the problem. And when I first said that, you went one way when I meant it another way.
Well, you said that the military is a problem. It's not the problem here. The problem here is that we have homeless people. And, like, homeless people are a reflection of a failed society, in my opinion. We shouldn't have homeless people. We should have more robust infrastructures to help people deal with their issues, like mental health issues. And there are a lot of homeless vets. And that's the point you were trying to make, is one of the problems is the military just doesn't give a shit about people. It chews them up and spits them out. But I was talking about how, like, people in the military and police officers, and I do respect their service, end up becoming very violent people. Mm-hmm. If you look at like the domestic abuse statistics, disproportionately higher. And maybe they were violent people in the first place, and that's what drew them to being a police officer or military member. But I think that there's something about the military where you go into a situation where you are put into a state of like repression, like both sexual repression, which is why there's massive rape statistics on women in the military, but into a place of sexual repression, and then you're told how to think, act, and feel. And I get it, right? It's an unfortunate thing. You're completely reconditioned as a human. You're completely reprogrammed as a human being, and then you're sent. In a lot of the cases, they don't go to war, but then you're put on this like particular path where you have to listen to everything that's being said, blah blah blah. And then once you're out, you're out. And there's I feel like we have shit healthcare in general, but there's shit healthcare for vets, and so like mental health care especially, and a lot of them end up being homeless. But I think that's what you meant to.
Yeah, so that's like why I brought it up, because like when I said the military is the problem in such like so many ways. First of all, like this person who was putting the person in a chokehold for 15 minutes, and like that specific event itself is just so much, like the one person that is solely responsible. Solely, does that mean only?
Yeah, exclusively.
The person who choked him out is the problem. But if I'm also curious about those two other people as well, because if you're holding someone down,
yeah, they had two of them had him by his arms and stuff,
but like you would feel his body go limp.
Yeah,
no longer needing you to hold him down.
It was really horrible when I watched the footage. They show him dead, but his leg's still twitching.
Yeah,
how horrible.
But so there's a bunch of problems with that. But when I say the military is a problem, like I really think it is, like when I hear somebody's like in the military or from the military, like that's like a red flag to me. To me, like that always speaks to like there's going to be like issues like within the family system. There's going to be anger issues. There's going to be like unhealthy things happening.
Yeah.
I think aside from the obvious things like you were just talking about like that, but the aftercare for people just horrendous, and the system is just stupid. So like from what I know of my husband, but like especially as a social work student.
Oh, he was a Marine veteran too.
Yeah, Marines like that. Marines are fucking Marines, bro. Like,
yep.
That's wild. As a social work student, you provide free labor. You intern as a master's level student.
Yeah.
I was required 21 hours a week. As a bachelor's level student, 14 hours a week. We have, I think there's one VA on Long Island.
Yeah.
But
which is Veteran Affairs, which is like,
yes, they don't accept social work interns to work for them.
Yeah, and we talked about that, and you had mentioned like part of it's because like you're still new, and you're still green. You may not act perfectly, but considering how underfunded the infrastructure is, why not?
Why not? And like I'm not saying that you would take a student and put them to counsel the fucking veteran who's ready to blow his brains out because of all he did when he was overseas, but you could use us for intakes, for filing fucking papers, for doing shit like that.
Well, not just that, but then like more minor cases where there's like some people develop PTSD even if they don't see combat. Like there's like, I don't know, it's hard to really state, like the training is rigorous. It's not just physically tolling, it's mentally tolling. You are reprogrammed to be a machine. And I couldn't imagine how much that would fuck somebody up. And so you might need, like, I could imagine that, like, there's probably veterans in need of just reacclimating to the society.
100%.
Like, just learning, like, how, like, you can be a functioning member without, like, there's a lot of changes. You're not having every decision made for you anymore. It could be overwhelming. There's a lot of different, and that might be one of the reasons why some people become homeless, because, you get programmed to have zero human thoughts, and different people are going to interact differently. So having a student be able to be like, hey, what's up? Like, how is it being a person again? Just something like that could really help,
And like, so there's a lot of systematic problems there. And, I think that, if this guy comes home and is choking someone out for 15 minutes,
yep,
he's someone who is battling something in the head.
Oh, definitely.
But I also think, and not to this person who was killed specifically, but there is like, I actually just went out to dinner with a friend who works with the homeless population.
Yeah.
And first of all, just on Long Island, during COVID, there was a lot of people who I guess had housing, or I don't know, so I don't want to get into specifics, but basically like the need for housing was decreased during the height of COVID.
Interesting.
So what happened on Long Island is that
Why? What do you
whatever,
mean?
I don't know,
Okay. Fair enough.
but whatever like hospice, I think that's a word.
Hospice?
Oversee what?
What? Keep going.
Whatever like oversees like shelters and shit. They were like, "Oh, there's no need, so now we're going to close all of these houses." So now like on Long Island, like the homeless population has grown like significantly.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways,
Well, it might be because people are getting money for free, and then like now,
perhaps.
you know,
But are older men.
yeah,
And a lot of times these older men are veterans.
mm-hmm.
And they're people who like they come back and they're like fucked up, and then like basically their coping mechanisms lead to having like an unproductive life that eventually leads to them being homeless.
Ugh.
So these people are developing like substance use disorders before or on the streets.
Yeah.
The other thing with that too is that you could have substance abuse. I'm saying this with dumb words right now, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
But basically like substance use can cause like your issues. Like you could have psychosis secondary to substance use.
Oh yeah, like you can have like
and
like
stuff like
substance
that.
induced like psychosis and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
so like chicken before the egg situations, right? But that's what's happening. Like
Well,
these people.
So just to be clear, because I know what you're saying, I don't know if everybody knows what you're saying, is that there are people who have mental issues, right? And then there's some people who may not, but drugs would induce a mental problem, and then doing drugs or alcohol could either trigger it to start happening from there on, or maybe it's only happening when you're drunk or high. But if you're on the street, I mean, especially in the winter, what are you doing? You're getting drunk because it makes you feel warm.
Yes.
You know?
And so like with every other mental health issue, or rather whatever, sorry, damn, words are escaping me right now. Mental health aspects,
You know.
and care, we're focusing on how to like get like the people off the street.
Yeah, right. Instead of giving like the tools to get them off the street
To like become successful, because like what the fuck are you gonna do if you take someone who's been on the streets for fucking 30 years and you give them an apartment?
Yeah, we were talking about like you can't just give houses to homeless people. It's a pretty big talking point around like left-leaning people, which I get it. Of like, yeah, put them in a house, but it's like it's not just a house. It's
years they get out and do something to violate their probation because they don't know how to act outside of jail or prison, whatever.
Yeah.
They're going to go back to what's familiar.
Yeah, right. And it's like, okay, what do we, you need more than just here's a house. You need robust mental health structures as well to help these people cope and whatnot. Like you need more than just a house. It needs to be a lot more than that. I'm not saying we shouldn't do anything. I'm just saying like we need to do it. Like we need to have more of a focus on social work, honestly. There needs to be a bigger social work angle, helping people and more money into that. And we have money for stuff like this,
Yes, and so that's why I said the military is the problem, right? Because
they make fucking $880 billion a year, I think.
Yeah, like if I'm having personally a hard time getting into like the nitty gritty of things, but long story short, imagine
$42 billion
if the military actually put in the effort for the care of its members.
Oh, $877 billion.
For the care of its members, not only like working to basically fix what they broke, to like help the people who are already affected by it, but then if they actually cared, like put in money and like systems to support their members, it would make it more attractive to join again in a productive way.
Well, my understanding is that the reason people join is because they're poor. Like there's like the majority of people going to the military are from southern poorer states. And I think that that's part of the infrastructure is like, oh, we need poor, uneducated people to come that have no other alternative option to come into the military.
Well, even
That's
my
their
dad,
recruiting strategy.
my dad, I believe, went through basic training. He did something because, and the reason why he went into the military, I believe he went into army, is because like they were going to pay for his schooling.
My grandfather was like a chef on a boat.
Interesting. My
Like
grandfather
a military
was a
or
merchant marine.
What is that?
I don't know what that means exactly. I don't think they're like. I think it's like part. I don't even know. I don't know what it is. He was a merchant marine. All I know is that a lot of people who like got in trouble with the law were merchant marines.
Interesting. I don't even know.
It's associated with the
merchant marines is a part of the marine trade industry concerned with transporting cargo and sometimes passengers from place. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so they're not people who see combat. I think he got dishonorably discharged. I don't know if he did something, whatever. Wound up not working, but like that's why he joined it, because he was going to like go to school to like learn a trade, and they were gonna like
pay
do it for him. But like, why make the choice to join the military if you know that like you're just gonna get fucked up? And not cared for.
I wonder what percentage of people going to the military do get fucked up. Like, I wonder if it's a somewhat small percentage or if it's like a lot bigger than we think. But like, I wonder how that fucking up works. Because like, let's say like 1% of people who go to the military become homeless. So like that makes it seem like only 1% of people get fucked up, which would be a lot. But then it's like, how many people get fucked up like this Marine, where like he is so angry he murdered somebody? That's what happened. Like, I'm telling you, as a person, when I have my own anger issues. And I feel like the military, maybe I'm wrong, might reward anger. That might be something that they reward some kind of an anger or something, or violence in some capacity, because I kind of understand it. But like, this guy came home and he was on a subway and the guy was being obnoxious and he fucking killed the guy. You did something.
That's a thing. If he choked him out, but he just went beyond, and that's what.
But that's the thing is that like you slowly and intimately murdered somebody. Like a gunshot is like boom, you're dead. Obviously, you can bleed out, but like choking somebody to death,
that is so intimate.
It is an intimate way to kill somebody. Like, you have to be physically on top of them with their throat in the crux of your elbow, and you have to, like you said, you feel the life draining out of this person. Like, I know that like sometimes my wife and I will fuck around with each other, or sometimes when we're doing it, I'll be choking her, and you can listen. You can feel it.
I can't stand you.
Okay,
honestly.
but like, all jokes aside, like, you can feel a person reacting to you choking them. It is a very intimate, personal thing. You can feel them struggle. You can feel them gag and gargle. You can feel them, and you can just experience them draining the life out of their body.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like there was 2 other people holding him down. Like, you did not feel him go limp. You did not like.
Right? Yeah. Like, the second he stopped moving, let go.
Yeah.
Let go.
Like, and it's honestly not a need for a chokehold either.
No.
Because not for nothing. He was like a homeless man.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably not very strong, or has the ability to be very strong for a long time.
That's interesting. You're not wrong. Like, he's malnourished.
Yeah. So like, I am trained to put people in a hold.
Yeah.
To restrict
like a specific
their
hold by yourself without hurting them.
Yes.
And this military guy is trained to kill people.
And like he it did not need to happen that way.
Well, there was also no claims from what we have so far that he even aggressed onto somebody. He was being like obnoxious and he was yelling, and I think he might have been saying some threatening things, but he hadn't hit anybody at the point. And I'm not saying that like you shouldn't have restrained him, because I don't know what was going on, but like, again, they didn't just restrain this guy; he fucking killed him.
No, it was like you were talking about it. Why were you talking about it? I don't think it was today. But basically, people like want to be the hero, so they'll become like aggressive. Was that today with this?
I don't know. It might have been today. I was talking about how people, and this might be more of a man thing than a woman thing. I don't know if you have these experiences or these feelings, But there is an experience that, at least from my experience that I've gotten, and I know other men have gotten, where they like, it's a hero fantasy. They want to be a hero that saves the day. There are guys that like almost want somebody to try to hit their girlfriend so that they can beat the shit out of them. Or they want somebody to like, oh, try to molest my kid so I can kill you. Like these fantasy, like TV show like situations where they can feel completely justified in their anger and their rage and their action to cause harm onto another person. Like it's like they want them to do a bad thing
so that they could like live out.
So they can live out their superhero fantasy. Like, I wish someone would break into my house so I can fucking kill them. Like, why would you want to feel
even that? I
way?
feel like the superhero fantasy is like more positive language than what the feeling actually deserves. Like they want the feeling of being able to hurt or kill someone, but it being like justified.
Yeah, they want they want to kill somebody without consequences, right?
Yeah,
they want somebody to do and it's like it's not even that they want. It's not even that they necessarily may care about the bad thing. It's more of like, I want to beat the shit out of somebody and like hurt somebody. I want to be justified in some kind of a violence, and I want to be seen as a hero. And this is what it feels like. Maybe this is part of that. Like this fucking homeless guy, and people think homeless people are fucking worthless and disgusting, which I find to be so disgusting myself. Like, you know, I know that I'll give a little too much money to homeless people when they ask for money, but it's just a person that's like fucking down on their luck. You know? And that's why I give them like 10 or 20 bucks. It's like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, what do you need? Like, how horrible, what a terrible thing. You know, we're not going to miss that $20. That could mean a lot to them. And it's just like, we hate these people that we could have been. What's the difference between me? Like, what's the difference between us and being a homeless person? Like, maybe like our moms were a little worse. I mean, our dads were both not great, so maybe our moms were a little worse. Maybe we were born and we weren't as smart. You know, like maybe it's 100 different things. Maybe somebody couldn't help us get a job. Like, what the fuck is the difference?
Yeah.
You know, it's like you never fucking know, man. It's wild. And to like hate these people. Like, I understand being uncomfortable, but to hate these people is fucking crazy to me, man. It's fucking crazy to me. And I really feel like we need to start having like a better societal conversation around like how we should operate in the world, right? Like there's different forms of like agency. Like it's like when it comes to this homeless, like why is somebody homeless, right? And it's like a mixture between things. I know this is getting a little weird, but why is this person homeless? Well, part of it's probably them. There's probably things that they did in their life that they could have done better. And then part of it's society's fault too, right? We live in a society that lets people fall by the wayside. But these are very abstract concepts. Oh, it was their fault. It was society's fault. But maybe it's my fault. And I know it's not my fault directly. And I know we're society, but like we're not. We blame society on problems, but we exist in society. We are effectively part of society. But when we say this bad thing happened, oh, systemic racism. Well, that's society did that. And it's like, you know, or it's like, oh, this person's a failure. Why is it? Oh, society failed them or they failed themselves. But it's like, what about us? Like maybe we failed them too. Maybe we could do more. Maybe we could have cared more about this. Maybe we could have voted a little bit better. And I know that sounds horrible because then like oh, wow, it's my fault that someone's homeless. Not directly, but like what could I have done? But I just wanted to watch my favorite show, so I just didn't do something. Like we have to get to a point where we take a little responsibility for other people in like a more passive sense, but like something you're like, well, why is it my fault? Why does it matter that I did this? Why not? Like, it's just being a little nicer. Like, what a bizarre concept. People always talk about how we lost our neighborly feeling. What happened to when you knew everybody's name and everybody liked each other and you can go across the street for some sugar and you can do that. Well, where the fuck does it start? It starts with giving a shit about the guy that's at the 7-Eleven saying, can I have $5? You know, and then you'll say stuff like, well, oh, he's just going to buy alcohol with it. You don't care. It's not that you're not giving homeless people money because they're going to buy alcohol. You're using that as an excuse to not care about giving this person money that you don't really, maybe could help them a little bit more. Like, you just want to be like, oh, no, I don't. Well, so what if he goes and buys a beer? He's living on the fucking street. At this point, that's better than nothing. It's better that he drinks a beer than he detoxes on the street and then fucking gargles to death and dies because he's got nothing else to. Because this is what happens. A lot of people will get addicted to hard ass drugs, like fucking opioids. So they got addicted to like fucking oxys. And then they couldn't afford Oxy, so they started doing something else. And eventually they just get down to cheap fucking liquor. And that's what they're doing. And that's all that's keeping them alive. And it's so sad, and there's not a lot you could do. But you know what? You give them $5. Oh, but they're going to get a beer. Okay, good. Who cares? Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, it's not ideal. Well, what are you going to do instead? Like, nothing. You're better off having a beer than a nothing. I don't know, man.
So just, I think maybe to wrap it up, I'm going to have one final thought about it.
Yeah.
Again, when I say the military is the problem,
It's just they're stupid.
Talked a little bit about like the mental health, like for them providing supports, but then also imagine if instead, at least my interpretation of the military is you go into the military with the purpose of like going to war and protecting our country, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, what about providing services to like in some way to provide more community services? Maybe people that weren't on like active duty or whatever, like having like responsibility to even go into places like obviously cities are going to have higher levels of homelessness, and providing like supports to those people and stuff like that. Military doesn't need to be like a like combat based and stuff like that. Like, why can't part of it be service based and supporting our country in a new and different way?
Interesting. So what does that mean? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, somebody gets into the military and they use them for like domestic military or something, like community service stuff? Because I just think that might be a different department. But I get what
But
you're
why,
saying.
like, maybe a different department, but like, why? Well, like, why not be based out of like the military and the military budget? Like, if like I said, like city.
Since they're not taking away the budget and they just keep inflating it, like, yeah, why not just like reappropriate some people to like do some stuff?
Reappropriate, make it a new position. The world is changing in like our country's needs and other needs and stuff like that. Like, yeah, go to basic training, get trained in doing this and that. Like, even the people who go into the army to learn about like fucking computers and do all that shit, they're still going through basic training. So yeah, still train everybody with the potential that yeah, you may go to combat, but why not have another job that they might be able to fulfill, be like community based things,
like a Peace Corps,
and grow that. So is that like a thing? Am I wrong?
Maybe, I don't know. That's an interesting concept. I've never heard it before, so I'm just kind of
I don't know what the Peace Corps is, so maybe I'm not like.
It seems to be somewhat like what you're talking about. What it sounds like you're talking about is the military has a lot of money in its budget. Why not use some of that budget to help people in a different way?
Yeah. Now I feel stupid.
Well, I don't think you should feel stupid, because I think it's just a new thought, and I think it's very interesting. even if like you like, it's an idea, it's a thought, and it could trigger something in someone else's brain to come up with a better idea. That's how we do all the time. We just talk. Remember when we come up with like names for the podcast, and we're coming up boom, 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 and we just, the more you talk, the more your brain flows, and the more ideas people will adhere to, and we're all just a collection of different ideas. But like, yeah, it's an overinflated military. The way I interpret it is like, there's so much in there. Like, why not try to do something like reappropriate some of those funds? And if they can't take the money away from the military, even though they should, maybe create a new branch.
Yeah. I don't know what the Peace Corps is. Now I feel super dumb.
I don't really know what the Peace Corps is either.
I'm looking into it, and there's nothing obvious yet. But still, the only thing I'll add to that, even if the Peace Corps is already established, and I'm not really understanding what it is, I think that helping people helps people, and maybe even having some veterans who are struggling.
The Peace Corps seems to be for international people, not for our own country. So we have a Peace Corps that helps other people, like other countries, it seems like. And like you're saying, basically the Peace Corps, but for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It makes sense.
But, and just again, my final thought, like, imagine how therapeutic the people who are having mental health issues related to their experience and maybe combat or just like the military process and whatnot, if before transitioning back to their family completely, they were put more into a place that was like volunteer based and worked on like supporting others and positive work, I would imagine that might like have a positive impact on themselves.
Some kind of a detransitioning from being in the military.
Yeah.
That's actually very interesting.
So,
but that's actually a cool idea. Like I like the fundamentals of that. Like you go into military, you become you get turned into a fucking a number. You lose a lot of your humanity. And so, like, what if they did something to restore some of that humanity again? Like, oh, well, before you go home, you have to serve like 3 months in like the Rainbow Squad. All jokes aside, like something like that.
and like the money is there to support them doing that, and their actions would only positively impact those communities.
Yeah, like instead of being somebody that might be trained to kill, like you're somebody that does a nice thing for people. It's an interesting idea. I like that idea. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
So, yeah.
That was cool. So, I like that segment.
Yeah.
Are you feeling satisfied on the podcasting?
Yeah, I'm ready to eat some shrimp.
Yeah, bro. We got these little cheese.
We went to Costco today. We were on
little cheese squares. I gotta have
Yeah,
them.
we're gonna make those. We were on the search. There's a new, just for anyone interested, there is a pink cow that was spotted in the Oceanside Costco.
Yeah, it's my
I don't know where
ex-girlfriend's.
Oceanside is.
I
I think Oceanside is in Queens, but it was not at our Costco today. So.
Yeah, we're gonna look for it though. But they're releasing cool new stuff. Ugh.
All right, folks.
Also, so I got my mother a while ago. I got my
Excuse
mother
me.
a Loungefly bag for her birthday. But wait, her birthday hasn't come up yet. Her birthday is Mother's Day. And then I saw one I liked more the other day, so I bought that one. So now we have the spare Loungefly. And my wife's like, we should sell it. But you guys, what do you think about us potentially giving it away to a member once our memberships are available? What do you think about that? Huh? What do you guys think about that? Becoming a member? What do you think about that, babe? What do you think about that idea?
What do I think about what idea?
Idea of giving people stuff, members for like a raffle.
Yeah, we could do like a membership giveaway.
Yeah, like all the stuff, instead of selling it, we just give it away. Send somebody a bag or a big old squishmallow or a little random basket. That'd be
My
cool.
husband's a big fan of mystery boxes.
I love
And
raffles and mystery
basically,
boxes.
he wants to make a Robin Dan mystery
Bro,
box.
imagine $5 a month. These people are already sold. I'm selling you. These people love the idea. $5 a month. Here's what we do. Maybe once a week or once a month. Might be once a month easier for infrastructure, but maybe whatever. I have some period of time, at least once a month. Members only post. Hey guys, comment on this members only post one time in the next. Maybe you comment your whatever. Comment here. And then we're gonna randomly select one of you guys to boom, 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 win a fucking mystery gift. We're not gonna tell you at all what it is. We're just gonna send you something fucking cool. And then like we get your Instagram, we get your address. Don't worry, we won't do anything with it. We send it out. And we'll get a PO box. That'd be cool too. When we send it out, you get a fucking cool ass thing, bro. How fucking cool would that be?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's such a cool idea. Then we can get you guys to take a picture of it and like send it to us on like we're gonna eventually make an Instagram. Make you send it to us on our Instagram. We'll post it or we'll retweet it or whatever the fuck it's called, dude. Oh, that'd be so cool. How fucking cool would that be, babe?
It would be very cool, babe.
I love this
Babe.
idea. So we're not gonna sell anything in our house. We're just gonna give it away.
Not selling anything in the house.
Everything.
Dang.
We'll get you guys want. So somebody want that fucking that squishmallow right there,
Grogu?
Grogu. Because I don't think I want it. Do you want it?
I don't think so.
Yo, how much is the Grogu squishmallow worth?
Oh, you can get it on Amazon.
$90. That thing is worth $90.
That's a little one.
This is a little one?
That has to be.
Well, how big do you think it is?
That one's like a 20-inch. Google Grogu 20-inch squishmallow. Is that what we have?
No, no. Oh, maybe it is. No, this isn't what we have. We have one that's like much nicer.
Because is this one a actual squishmallow?
I think so.
I think the most
Either way.
expensive squishmallow I have. Look up the Stacy clip.
Stacy Club. Oh, Stacy Clip. 3.5 inch.
Yeah. I think it goes for like $80.
Oh, it says $16.
I've seen it listed for more.
Okay, my wife's a lying poo-poo mouth. Stinky butt.
Anyways, we'll do
All right,
a
guys.
Squishmallow tour, and then we'll see what everybody wants.
Anyways, it was fun. I had fun doing this.
I had fun.
Yeah.
I liked learning more about your thoughts, husband.
Yeah, I just like hanging out with my wife and making content with her. So anyway, guys, take care. Have a good one. And I love you all.
Goodbye.
Bye.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.